This week's episode of the multiple award-winning Here For It podcast is brought to you by Respectable White Woman Wigs. Milan Christopher brought his ass back on the internet to effectively promote Pure. If you don't know what Pure is the fiber supplement that is helping bottoms not poop on sheets across the world. So,
and walls, because you said one time it was on your wall.
Yeah, now it's been a few times in my sexual history that things have ended up on the walls and the curtains. But Milan Christopher came back out here to promote Pure, and I thought that it was a genius marketing strategy for him to put a respectable white woman wig on, because all it did was gain more and more comments, even if some of it was hate, but that further pushed the product.
Okay, so what was the trick? The wig was the trick.
The wig was the trick because
the wig was the trick. Oh.
Yeah, because Milan Christopher promoting Pure, that's obvious.
Cool.
Sure, whatever. A gay man promoting gay supplements.
Yeah,
sure,
he already has a dildo line. So
yeah, but then put this respectable white woman wig on top of him and make everybody talk about it.
It was in all the Facebook groups. It was on all the influencers' timelines. And I was just like, oh, press is press, sweetie.
Press. Milan Christopher got all the press.
He gets the Did That award. The girls are talking.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I love Pure. They still haven't responded to my emails yet, but that's okay. And good job, Milan Christopher. I knew you did what you were supposed to do. Cause trouble and stir up shit on the internet. So, work.
Influencer.
I am the Superman, TheeSupaman, aka the model with the dad bod, BKA the HR manager of Verse Operations.
My name is Ronald Matters. Follow me on the internet at Ronald Matters, and of course, RonaldMatters.com. Before we go too far, we have to give a special thank you to every single person that came out to our New York City pop-up this past weekend. It was so great to see other Black queer podcasters, even the people that couldn't make it. They shared our event, and thank you to those people as well. But most importantly, just thank you to me, because it was my birthday, and we drove the boat into the fucking ground. Drive the boat! Go get another bottle. Drive the boat. Girl,
we drove the bottle into bankruptcy. Let me tell you that. I no longer have bail money. As I have been stating on this podcast for weeks, I got bail money. I can do whatever I want. Yeah. I got bail money. I ain't got the bail money no more. We drove the boat into bankruptcy. So, that's that.
Now we out here looking like Bessie DeVos.
You can find us at the LA Fitness trying to work off these Popeyes chicken sandwiches.
I showed you the video. The girl had her outfit painted on. She had the Popeyes logo painted on over her titties and her cheeks, and she down here trying to get us to go plate. So I
guess she didn't get the press release that Popeyes sent out saying, "Girl, we don't have no more chicken sandwiches." This was cute.
They sent a tweet out.
This was cute for making us a quick $50 million. That was nice. Thank you guys so much, but no, we really don't have no more chicken sandwiches. Order something else.
And so one video I saw, it was a dude standing in line at the Popeyes with a whole chicken. He had the whole, and then the manager's like, "Sir, it's not that we don't have chicken, we're out of bread." They were out of the buns.
And he done brought an animal.
Chicken.
What is wrong with y'all? Because that's one of y'all friends.
It was uncooked. It wasn't in a bag. It wasn't in
none of the feather?
It was just a naked chicken. He just had, in the carcass.
Oh, it wasn't
dead?
He had
his fist up the carcass.
Okay.
And it was an uncooked chicken on his hand.
Oh. Did he want to put his hand in the fryer?
He was like, "Girl, y'all go back there and season this so I can come back." It's like, I guess he thought it was a turkey he could drop off and baste and pick up in 24 hours.
Get your friend. Get your friend. I'm gonna embarrass her.
Popeyes got their money.
Our icebreaker this week is, who is your favorite comedian?
I'm always excited when some more has something coming out. Child, before she started this mess with Oprah, Monique, because I Could Have Been Your Cellmate is still hilarious. some guys. I've enjoyed. Who is the fat black dude that can barely breathe? He used to be on Comic View all the time, and I didn't know his name.
Lavelle Crawford.
Maybe Lavelle Crawford. That sounds. I love Lavelle. Somebody who's not funny to me that I used to enjoy because she looked ghetto. Leslie, the one on Saturday Night Live.
Oh, Leslie Jones.
She used to look so ghetto back on Comic View. She used to have like the gold.
She's leaving Saturday Night
Good.
Live.
She's not funny. Great. She's not funny. I used to see her. Let me see. But I guess some more. But it's a toss between Samore and Monique for me. Because those two, I always. Oh my God, they got something coming out. I need to watch it.
Yeah, Samore is my answer too because Samore has had me dying on the floor laughing at almost everything she's ever put out. Like consistently for the last 15 years, Samore has had me laughing at everything she puts out. She has never put out something I was like, "Ooh, girl, you missed the mark." So I can relate to a lot of her material as well. I recently watched Dave Chappelle's new Netflix special, Sticks and Stones, and I admire his genius, but I think that he's like veering into the homophobic Hotep bro lane too much in things that he was saying. So the previous special, he did some things and said some things about gay people and trans people. Gay people and trans people. And, I had to take off my social justice warrior glasses for it to be funny. And so I watched the same one feeling like I had to take off my social justice warrior glasses for it to be funny, where he did the same. He didn't do the same jokes, but they were just different and they were targeted differently. But in the middle of having my social justice warrior glasses off, I had to put them back on because I was like, wait a minute, did you have to do that? Like it's so much other shit that you could be covering as a heterosexual black man. Why are you delving into these homosexual and trans topics? It was unnecessary.
Especially when after your last special, you got in trouble for the gay jokes. Like, well, okay, girl, I don't want to get canceled. Because for me, on my timeline, it says, surprise, there's a new Dave Chappelle's thingy on Netflix. I thought, okay, I'll make time for that this weekend coming up. Then the next
Take your social justice warrior glasses off.
The next tweet after that was a stink piece about how everything that was wrong with it because it was anti-LGBTQ. I was like, well, I guess I'll wait a month.
No, you should still watch it because, like I said, it is funny. I still was like holding my stomach laughing at certain parts. But then when he got to the homophobic, I don't think it was purposefully
when the
homophobic.
joke applied to you, you couldn't laugh.
It didn't. It was talking about trans women. He was talking about, and then he credited the trans woman that he was talking about. He has a picture with her. Her name is Daphne. So she is a real trans woman, and it's a real trans story that he was talking about of a trans woman that was at his show. Watch the document. Watch it and see.
Don't tell me too much.
Yeah, I'm not gonna tell anybody too much. If y'all haven't seen it for yourselves, go see it. It's called not go see it. It's at home. It's on Netflix. Watch it and Sticks and Stones. Okay. And so he named it that because of the backlash from the last one of saying, girl, whatever y'all cancel culture is, girl, that's canceled. Whatever you say, sticks and stones don't break my bones, and words don't hurt either. So again, there was strokes and shades of genius in the stand-up because it was funny. But then when he got to the LGBT and trans stuff, I was like, why did you could have just edited this out and made this 58 minutes instead.
Yeah, but some more, she always independently pays for the concert hall. She puts up the tickets on Eventbrite.
She does her own production, yes.
Ticketmaster herself. She goes and sells it to Showtime, and so then that way, all the money is hers. And I admire that about her because definitely being a grassroots podcast, I can appreciate a girl who can sell tickets and claim all the rights and everything belong to her. So shout out to someone for that.
Yeah, this was also distributed by Lathan TV, which distributes Samora and Monique's. They used to distribute Monique's shit when Monique was doing stuff.
She ain't got no friends.
Her husband is her only friend.
They gave Monique, we got the jet, come get on it. No. So I don't know what they're going to do with Monique.
I don't know what Monique going to do with Monique, but that's another topic.
I ain't asked you to pay for no transatlantic gas prices. You didn't gotta pay for the pilot. Just come get on the plane mode. She's like, it's Christmas.
Our word of the day this week, WERD. Our word of the day is toilet slaves.
Okay, I got my thinking cap on. My head too big. I can't wear real caps. I think I'm like a 7.5 or 8 in like a cap size. I'd be so embarrassed. Ma'am, do y'all have like an 8? They like, bro, your head is big as fuck. Anyway,
You need a snapback. Get you a snapback.
my thinking cap. Lord Jesus, I don't wear that often. People who like to bend down in front of the thingy, by mistake on purpose when you're peeing. It's like, oh, he is peeing and it looks so good. I'm gonna get down there and just pretend like, oh my gosh.
You telling my business, one. I told you that story happened to me.
Sweetie, girl, everything is not. Here you go. Sticks and stones. Shout out to Dave Chappelle. Sticks
I told you that story probably twice. That
Sure,
happened to me.
Jan. You told me all your stories 1,000 times. I listen every time like it's new. But I think that's what a toilet slave is. I think.
No.
Okay.
That's my tea.
Because people do it over bathtubs. People have told me stories about doing it over bathtubs and in shower. I mean, like, you're not the only one, girl.
No, I didn't say I was.
WERD.
The word of the day still is toilet slaves. Toilet slaves are people who like to be used as personal toilets, either via urination or defecation. They may or may not want to be forced to consume whatever a dom has left on them, but some of them do. So
they shit in their mouths and stuff.
Yes.
And they like shit on their chest and they like to rub it in. I'm like, the urine, cool. The defecation.
Don't yuck the yum. Don't yuck it.
Go away from me with this. Go away from me. My personal journey.
I statements. There you go. That's a nice statement.
Go away from me with that.
Okay.
Like, literally, I watched somebody defecate in somebody's mouth.
Yeah.
And I was like, what is going on? What is going on?
So those people are called toilet slaves. These are people that are on the receiving end of urination, defecation, or even
all the excretions
that you would typically put in a toilet. They would like you to put it on, in, or around them.
Put it between their toes.
Wow. Do a 3-point stance. Oh. Thank you guys again this week for all the support of this ghetto ass podcast, as you can see.
So the Atlanta pop up is next, apparently. The girls that were tweeting.
We drove the boat into bankruptcy. I said what I said.
Your audience wants to see you in Atlanta.
And so they will heed this altar call if that is also the will of the people.
So, Weedy, you think I did that by mistake?
If you would like to support this ghetto ass podcast, you can get over to our Patreon, which is going to be a link in the description of this podcast right now. We cannot do this for free forever. So if you would like to support this podcast for at least $1 a month, you hoes have spent $49 this month on Popeye's chicken sandwiches already.
And y'all about to get Disney Plus. Are we getting Disney Plus? Or can I get your password?
I don't know about that.
Okay. Because who gonna watch the ESPN? They say you can get 3 something.
I don't even want that.
I'm like, who's watching the ESPN? Y'all just threw that in there for... I don't know.
So if you would like to support this podcast, you can support us over on Patreon. If you ain't got no money, you can make sure that you follow... subscribe. Subscribe/follow me, the same goddamn thing. Subscribe to this podcast and share it with your social media communities. And that's if you ain't got no money. If you got a couple dollars, we would appreciate every dollar. And if you would like for us to come to Atlanta, those plane tickets are not free. You can subscribe to our Patreon, and that will help. And then maybe we can find $3 to get to Atlanta. That would be nice. This week in our tepid topics, we talked about the arrest of one young man who assaulted Alicia Love, who was a trans woman here in the DMV.
Get their ass.
Yes. And unfortunately, there has not been any new arrests that I am aware of that have been put on the internet. There is a new story, unfortunately, that we do have to cover, because if we don't cover it, nobody else is. It's not on CNN. It's not on your other favorite podcast right now. But when we don't cover these stories, they just don't get covered at all. And even the medium that is reporting it is only locally in Atlanta. So there was an LGBTQ artist that was raped and killed in southwest Atlanta, in a southwest Atlanta home invasion. They have caught the suspect. The man is charged with kidnapping, raping, and shooting to death this LGBTQ college student in Atlanta. His name is Anthony Laquan Goss. That's the one that did the murdering. And the victim's name is Taya Denise Liger. According to Atlanta police, she's 21 years old. Two men forced her and two friends into an apartment in Atlanta around 6 a.m. on August 21st. The men then assaulted all of the victims, including sexually assaulting
her and two friends.
Yes, including sexually assaulting Liger. She was shot to death, and other victims, a man and a woman, received non-life-threatening injuries. The man and the woman were her two friends. Goss was booked in jail on the 23rd, pending the charges of kidnapping, rape, and felony murder.
Wow.
The story is reported on Project Q Atlanta. And again, just like the story of Alicia Love, it is being underreported.
And she had two friends with her.
So she really...
That's scary.
We don't know all the details, but she did at least one thing right of, if you out late at night, girl, at least have somebody with you.
Hold a hand, girl.
She had two people with her, and she still lost the battle. She still got killed. She still was sexually assaulted. And she was 21 years old.
Wow.
21 years old.
You said there was another story.
Yeah, we'll get to it. But this story, I thought, like I said, was extremely important because it's not being talked about. Ain't nobody tweeting about it. It's not on Facebook nowhere. CNN ain't talking about it. It's just another number of a trans woman a trans man that is gone. So the Project Q doesn't even have his real name. He is a trans man, a woman that was biologically born as a woman but has transitioned into a man and is a man, living as a man today. They didn't even have his new name. Again, we've talked about dead naming on this podcast. They only had his dead name, which is Taya, and he was a trans man that succumbed to homophobia, transphobia, and just direct violence. Unfortunately, we have to report on this stupid ass shit. So look up the story. It's heart-wrenching, it's gut-wrenching, but we need to know about it, and we need to
use our platforms to amplify our stories.
Yes. I'm going to move to a lighter note because the other story is also depressing. I want to know what Candy's Patreon is. Candy from Pose. What's Candy's Patreon? Because I am not going to watch... Why
does Candy need a Patreon?
Because I'm not going to watch this new American Horror Story season.
Oh, they really wanted to call it AHS Survivor. And then I was like, the marketing team, y'all was supposed to take out any references of what the working title was if... In the end, y'all decided to call it 1984 to copy off of Wonder Woman that's coming out. And so, I was just AHS Survivor. I wouldn't have watched it if it was AHS Survivor. There's too many letters to put in the hashtag. Look, I wanted to watch. The marketing team said to shorten it to 1984. So, shout out to the marketing squad. But AHS Survivor, I'm not... 8-9 white people go out to a lake for a summer vacay and then they end up all dead. Great.
Well, one of them is a black trans woman. That's what I'm saying.
They probably was the Trump supporters.
Well, one of them is a black trans woman.
And they probably was laughing at our black sister hair and wanting to touch it. You know they love touching ethnic hair.
Ouch. And so, really, she was my only reason to watch this because...
She gonna be in 3 episodes get killed like the real Candy did.
No, don't say that.
She gonna get...
She was my only reason to watch. And then I saw the full trailer. The full trailer dropped the other day. And it doesn't look like it's connected to anything else. American Horror Story, which has been like the running theme of all these seasons of watching. So
Candy from Pose is the black trans girl, or there's another black trans woman? Because Candy from Pose is also supposed to be in this. That was her saving grace when she got murdered.
Yeah, she is. She is the black trans.
She is the black trans woman. Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's the black trans woman in American Horror Story 1984. Yeah, cool. And she was my only reason to watch it, but after watching the trailer, I just don't feel like I'm gonna be able to watch it.
All right, great. So we can pick a new show.
But that's why I need her Patreon, because I want her to win, but I don't want to watch this show at all.
Like all her pictures and leave comments on Instagram. That way she can build a following on the internet, and then that way she can take her social media following. Look, if it worked for Cardi B, it can work for all the rest of
Baby.
First of all, we did not even discuss in New York. Friday, we was at the club, and the girls, we was like, they hit here? Oh, okay. Do we want to talk about that?
Yeah, go ahead. Go for it.
New York, so weedy. Y'all have got to do something. I was telling Superman today at dinner, I was like, Superman, it's our destiny. We have got to move to New York and save the gay club scene. And our passion...
It's not my destiny. It's really not.
And our passion project on the side can be to clean up all the trash off the streets.
No.
8.1 million Americans. That's a lot of trash, but...
It's a lot of piss. I'm not here for that. I'm just...
So we can just save one borough. And which borough are we going to save?
I'm going to save my home. And my home is in Virginia, so no.
Well, I just feel like...
One thing that we noticed glaringly, we stayed in Harlem.
Shout out.
Harlem is a beautiful city, beautiful community. At least it was. I don't know what the gentrification is going on in that fucking city. I wanted us to stay in Harlem for a black experience, and we got a little bit of a black experience. I almost killed somebody, but outside of that... Trey
said no homo.
No, he also...
When we were walking down the street, he saw me, he was like, ooh, no homo.
No, that was also the same one that...
I respect the gay community. I was like, I was just walking by, existing. The girls be mad that I exist.
He was also the one that was cussing us out when we left.
Oh, child, I was so drunk when we left. Okay.
Yeah, I almost killed him. I had flashing thoughts in my head. Oh, you did. Okay, so
let me tell you how drunk I was. It was my birthday. That was your goal for me to be drunk, and I was. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
But what happened?
So he cussed us out, saying that we were staring at him, and he didn't want the gay people in his neighborhood, and he'll fuck us up and eat our face off. All of these things are the
that happened?
Yes.
Wow! Just because we exist.
Yes. So
we exist. And when we left, we were getting into an Uber.
We were getting into an Uber, and the only thing that saved us was I didn't want to go to a New York jail.
Yeah, because Rikers is not tea.
It's not. I don't like bologna no more. I can't eat bologna sandwiches. Bologna. I need a certain amount of air conditioning. I'm gonna need a shot of tequila at some point. Those things aren't gonna be available to me.
My diet does not.
So he was basically egging us on for a fight. He wanted someone to fight him, and I was pushing my inner hood nigga back so we could just get into the Uber.
Well, don't come on out.
No, it was an inch away from coming out.
Wow.
Because he basically was sitting in a chair yelling at us.
Yeah.
And then then stood up. Like he was,
stood up.
Yes,
I remember him sitting in the chair the whole weekend, but I never saw him stand up. Was he tall? Was he short? I don't even know how tall he was.
He was maybe like an inch taller than me, but he didn't want no problems that. Because if he really wanted problems, he would have came up to us. He wanted to just be like, I guess, hood cute, and like it was a hood rat girl in front of him, and so he just So we almost got into an altercation. Long story short, if that wasn't short.
Well, yeah, shout out to Sylvia's. The food at Sylvia's was good. I was drunk when we were there, but
it was also half white people there as well.
It was good as leftovers. Sylvia's was really good. The Asian American community had walked in. I was like, oh, bitch, Sylvia's for everybody.
Also,
no
Sylvia's.
Cash doll.
Also, Sylvia's as
Sylvia's
well.
also.
Okay, yeah.
She got a new lounge coming.
So, I mean, it was... I guess, a very diverse experience.
Yeah.
More diverse than I typically know Harlem to be. So, New Yorkers, thank you guys for coming out to the pop-up event. We really appreciate you. I want to empower you.
It's our destiny to move to New York and open a gay club.
It's theirs. I'm not doing it. 3 days was the maximum for me. I needed to get back home to my bed and to my patio. I didn't have time for that.
Okay. Well, if I can get it a co-sponsor, it's my destiny to move to New York to save the club community. The club kids don't have anywhere to go.
Yeah, they don't, because really the girls are just like, go to Boxers and
back to you in the newsroom.
The next story is Modesto Straight Pride. Modesto,
California.
There you go.
Arizona. California. Go with my first mind. Okay.
The city is in California. They also had a straight pride like Boston.
Ghetto.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of...
It's not upper class because it's in California.
So they had a straight pride, allegedly. The Modesto Straight Pride rally went on despite failing to secure a permit. They were supposed to get a permit to even have it. But these white people was like, I don't need no fucking permit. I can do it myself.
Y'all cry about illegals all day. Then y'all get out here in the middle of the street illegally.
That's exactly what they did. The joke was on them, however.
Thank you for trying.
The LGBT community showed up and doubled the size of the rally in their presence. So it was about 50 girls that was doing a protest.
That's so sweet.
doing the straight pride parade. It was supposed to be a parade, but it was basically a protest.
Sure.
If your parade looks like a protest, you're doing it wrong. Let's start there. So their straight pride parade / protest, it was about 50 of them that showed up.
They need colors.
No,
I would actually wear the straight pride colors. Just I just love
their colors are red, white, and blue. So here's
the ghetto. No, sweetie, I don't want to make America great again.
That's their flag has
red, white, and blue
with a heart in it, and they ain't got no fucking love.
No originality. I mean, like, girl, y'all need some originality. The gay girls got 20 flags. We got the trans flag. We got the bisexual pride flag. We got the gay flag. We added the black and brown stripes to that. I mean, like, y'all just got red, white, and blue. They need a committee. They need a gay girl on the committee. Straight pride, but with gay marketing.
So the straight people had 50 attendees to their straight pride. The LGBT community
they
members...
need a pop-up.
Shade. The LGBT community members organized encounters protest to this straight pride. Over 250 people to come to the straight pride parade to disrupt and counter protest
to
against
be themselves, to exist. We were not disruptive. We were just ourselves,
and they won. So the straight people had to be escorted off of the premises because they were doing a typical we're peaceful, but y'all got to get the fuck out of here. We hate gays. Y'all fucking up marriage. They did all that bullshit. But when you're 50 people versus 250 people, y'all got to get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. I'm absolutely here for it.
I'm here for that. We showed up and existed.
We showed up and existed as we should. The cast of RuPaul's Drag Race UK has been announced.
I could not watch that 27-minute video. Did you watch all 27 minutes?
I work here for a podcast.
I work here too, but I'm telling you that. Look, I don't got the report. I don't got no report back on that.
You have to read the Mueller report. You can't read the Mueller report and expect change. And not expect change. So surprise.
I ain't seen no winners. I ain't seen no. That's my testimony.
We're gonna get there. We also didn't see winners last season. Remember when season 11 dropped and we was like, okay, this is gonna be a slow season. Who's gonna win? Congratulations, Evie Ollie.
I was gonna say who won. The ghetto. Shit.
Congratulations, Evie Ollie. But the cast for RuPaul's Drag Race UK is mostly white.
Yeah.
Shocking.
Oh my gosh.
Surprising.
Oh. I'm pretending to be devastated.
I can't believe RuPaul would cast a almost all white cast of drag queens.
He's got white investors.
Like there are not people of color in the United Kingdom.
Brexit. Will their visa still work?
I don't.
Can they get a working visa?
I don't understand. I don't understand. RuPaul supporters, RuPaul herself, Michelle Visage.
Who's the black and brown people on the judging panel?
Somebody help me understand how we cast a almost all white cast for a TV show in 2019. Maybe that's why I couldn't.
I was like, none of these people. I was like 9 minutes into it. I was like, okay, but I'm done. I know I got.
It was like 2 queens of color, and then they were light skinned. It was one that was Asian. And then it was one that looked like she might be black mixed with black. Black mixed. I tried that. But I watched all the videos of the new contestants because I knew I had to bring this report to y'all. Mm-hmm. And it seems like they're all missing something. So, how many seasons have we had?
Oh, I did see this one queen that had the leopard, the cheetah, the zebra. Is this zebra? What? Sweetie. And then she looked like, she wouldn't give me what I needed. Okay. Nobody's really. I'm looking now, but I still don't see nothing.
Okay, but so I watched all the videos, and in each of the video, every queen, not one, not two, not three, every last one of them admitted that either they didn't sew, or they don't have any lip sync ability, or they didn't dance, or they weren't a beauty queen. Every single one of them said, I ain't got one of these things. The things that supposedly make up the charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent of someone that wins RuPaul's Drag Race.
It's been 15 seasons of U.S. Drag Race. Sewing is part of the gig.
How are you coming to this competition and you don't know how to do at least one of these? Like one of these things you just don't know how to do, and you just have given up the battle. I'm not going to do that.
What got on my nerves in the 9 minutes of the 10, 11 minutes of the video that I watched was I was seeing so many similarities. I saw a Khloe Kardashian. Mm-hmm. I see a Ivy Winters girl who's serving the look of, and this girl
the lower budget look of.
This girl right here, it looks like the girl who had on the smallest waist. What was her name? She did the
Miss Fang.
The Miss Kitty look. The Hello Kitty. I can't.
Trixie Mattel?
No, like all these girls look like somebody. Like this girl's supposed to be.
Well, yeah, and so that was something that Michelle Visage was saying in her interview to
somebody else.
To Entertainment Weekly was most of the queens that
this girl looked like the girl that had to stare down with RuPaul.
Yeah, Pearl. But Michelle Visage was saying, most of the queens that are on have grown up as a drag queen watching RuPaul's Drag Race at this point because it's been on for so long, and none of them are like 50. Like they're all younger queens.
They're not new
most
ideas.
Of them are, most of them are younger queens. But so they've grown up watching Drag Race,
copying and pasting,
and so
aesthetics.
But if you grew up watching RuPaul's Drag Race, why didn't you learn to sew if you wanted to be a drag
and uniqueness is part of the gig? So why you out here looking like other girls?
Why are you out here not being able to lip sync? Like I don't have to lip sync because I can sing in real life. What do you? I think it may be very entertaining for Europeans. Hopefully RuPaul is focused on growing the brand of Drag Race in Europe.
They just announced Drag Race Australia is coming next year.
If it's gonna be another full cast of white queens, keep it. Keep it. I don't think this is gonna play well for American audiences, and obviously it may not be even catered to American audiences.
Mm-hmm. Can I do a hot topic?
Yeah.
A Black Lady sketch show has been renewed for season 2.
I don't know why.
That just showed up on my timeline, and I was like, "Oh, I have to say this out loud because I cannot believe it." What? Why? Are we watching, listeners? Are we watching a Black Lady sketch show? I tweeted last week that I watched 3 episodes, and I cackled a little bit at the 227 one. Mm-hmm. But outside of that, like the Bad Bitch group discussion that they were having. I think it was the Bad Bitches Intervention or something. I'm like, okay, that's cute. Angela Bassett here, Laverne Cox. Like, none of the skits have been funny. None of them. None. Zero.
None like I see the humor. I see the writing. I see the attempt. And I really want to support it because it's, of course, black women.
Black led, black writers' room, black producers. I'm like, okay, I want to support, but the writing is lacking.
I don't know. I don't even want to read it because
it's still season 1.
It's still season
She's
1.
She's still got her season 1 wig.
And I like Robin Thede. I really do. I think she's talented. Mm-hmm. I sent you a clip of her old show, The Rundown, that got canceled on BET. I thought that was a good show that still needed. I
thought that was her target.
Yeah, that should be her target. That's what she should be doing. Mm-hmm. Like, she still has the comedic timing to do a show like The Rundown, whereas politics and things going on social media and blah blah blah, and then you just sprinkle a little bit of humor,
a skit. Mm-hmm.
But full out comedy just ain't full out comedy from her. No shade.
Yeah, so some girl was breaking up with her boyfriend, and then they had Patti LaBelle pop up and sing "On My Own" in the background. I was like, I love that idea. Like, oh wow, I'm breaking up.
I like the Loretta Devine thing too. When Loretta Devine was trying to marry Quinta Brunson to Trey,
and the
Robin Thede.
The daddy was there, and yeah.
I thought that was.
I like the idea. I be liking a lot of the idea. I'm like, but the execution.
I don't know.
It's like having a whole lot of money and then just throwing it at stuff. It's like,
But was it? Never mind. Moving on. The next story was a story that I put off until now because I didn't want to have 2 of these stories back to back and then y'all stop listening. There was an African American transgender woman in Chicago.
Another one? Sweetie. It's an epidemic.
I wish. Trust me, I wish that I did not have to talk about this. I didn't even hear
about this one. In Chicago, you say?
In Chicago.
Okay, tell me more.
An African American transgender woman in the Chicago area is suing the store chain Circle K. If you don't know what Circle K is, it's
7-Eleven teas.
Yeah, it's like a gas station where you go to get condoms at 3:00 in the morning if you ain't got nothing else.
Oops. That sounds like a testimony.
Yeah. She was fired from one of its stores and retaliated against after reporting coworkers using racial and transphobic slurs against her. So she's an attendant at Circle K. Mm-hmm. She got hired. She doing her job, going 9 to 5 or 7 to 11, whatever the fuck her shift is, doing her job that they asked. Her coworkers are calling her niggers, calling her he's and shims and all of that bullshit.
The ghetto.
She complains to management at Circle K, hey, I'm coming to do my job. I am a worker just like everybody else. They are calling me niggers. They are calling me hims, shims, all of that bullshit. Mm-hmm. I want some action because I'm just here to work. I'm not here for discrimination. Circle K fired her after reporting the discrimination.
I hope she went down to the ACLU or to somebody.
We're getting there.
Okay, because I'm like, girl, they could do the county work commission something. ACLU will figure it out. I don't know. Yes. ACLU figures it out though.
So this past Wednesday, she filed a lawsuit against Circle K. Her name is Judy Brown, by the way. Judy Brown. She's 26 years old and she has enlisted the ACLU.
Come on
out.
She
has stated the Human Rights Act of Illinois that Illinois.
You said Illinois. Come on out.
Ghetto. The Human Rights Act of Illinois that includes specific protections for employees on the basis of gender, identity, and sexual orientation. So she is about to win this lawsuit. Circle K is about to be out of funds. I thought this story was important because in the climate of what we're going through today, corporations still feel the power, still feel empowered to fire someone even when they know it's illegal. They fired her because she came to them with a complaint of a valid complaint.
She's cute. Come on, Judy.
She is cute. She is absolutely cute. But she came to them with a valid complaint as a hard-working person for this organization. NBC News is reporting the story. It doesn't say how long she worked there, but whatever the case, even if she was only working there one day, nobody should be subject to racial slurs and transphobia at work. You save that shit for your kitchen table at home. I'm at work. I am a coworker. Leave that shit. Leave it on the playground.
Oh, it started with the manager asking her invasive questions about her reproductive organs. Sweetie, the manager is asking me questions about my reproductive. Oh, wow. So the management was already fucked when she started back in May 2016. Wow.
Okay, yeah, I didn't see May of 2016, but that's what I'm saying. So she was experiencing this locally at the Circle K, and then went and complained to the higher ups.
Yeah, she was denied a promotion to assistant manager. Look, in 1 year, she done came in and she had applied for the assistant manager job. I'm hardworking. Look,
and she more than likely deserved it. So the issue is, it's 2019. You're not going to be able to make people disappear because they make you feel uncomfortable, and you're not going to be able to move people out of spaces because you feel uncomfortable. We have to go out here and teach people, hey, whatever your hang-ups and biases, keep that shit at home. This is work. I'm here to do a job, and it don't matter what dick I got or what dick I ain't got or whose dick I'm sucking or whose dick I'm being fucked by. None of those things matter. I'm here to do a job.
When I come to Circle K, I swipe them 20s and make sure they're real, and I press the right amount of number so they can get their gas.
And that's it. That's that. I mean, it's common, and I know everyone listening knows that, but you have to go out and tell other people these things, because these other people don't listen here for a podcast, unfortunately.
Look at her.
But shout out to Judy Brown. I'm absolutely here for it. I know you about to win this case because Illinois is not gonna play no games with them bitches.
They too busy tied up with the Justice Smollett case. Look at her. Still begging for a refund. Can you refund us? We get other. So y'all shouldn't have ever did this. No way.
Spoiler alert. Dave Chappelle called Jussie Smollett Juicy Smollett. He called the nigga Juicy Smollett.
On purpose.
On purpose.
By mistake, on purpose.
It got a little homophobic at some point.
I know it did.
It was funny though. Again, you have to take off your social justice wearing glasses.
I will watch it this weekend.
You have to take off your social justice wearing glasses
this weekend.
Yes,
I might watch it at work too. You know?
You should watch it this weekend, girl. Last but not least, absolutely hashtag arrest Ed Buck. Ed Buck is still out here on city streets, and I don't want to have to kill him if I ever see him.
Because that's sweetie.
I'm violent sometimes. Listen, don't use that against me.
The stereotype is just jumping out.
Well, if the stereotype is I am a angry black man that is willing to kill a white man who has killed 2 black gay men, then I will gladly accept that stereotype because I would not flinch.
Have it any other way.
Yeah, I would not. So
I guess I'll be baking you a carrot cake and bringing it down to the visitation. Can I?
No, just put $5 on my book so I can get cigarettes.
First off, if I'm baking you a carrot cake, sweetie.
Oh, I'm not going to be able to eat it.
Sweetie.
It's going to be a gun in there. It's going to be some type of
I
explosive
wish you
device.
In carrot cake the best of luck. No, but like the white Epstein was out here
Jeffrey
talking
Epstein.
about he was going to see the world with these little white girls, and they done arrested him. Put him behind bars, and he felt guilty enough to commit suicide. He should not commit suicide, but
allegedly committed
suicide. Okay,
so
we got Epstein out of here. What's taking so long with damn Ed Buck?
He didn't.
Oh, because it's black men.
Yeah,
okay.
He fucked with the right people.
Here we go.
So arrest Ed Buck from here on out. That's it. What do you have in social studies?
I want to ask you a question, but I don't know if I should ask you. Do I ask you the question or don't? A, B, or C. An agnostic is A, unsure whether God exists, B, believe in multiple gods, or C, does not believe in God.
C.
A, an agnostic is unsure whether God exists.
Is that in a dictionary somewhere?
So Pew Research Center quizzed 11,000 people, U.S. adults. There were 32 questions, and they formed this study that they recently released. What Americans know about religion. So the Pew Research Center wants to know what y'all know about the Bible, the name of Islam's holy month, what religion requires men to wear a ceremonial sword. I was like, oh, I'm not with their religion, I'm scared, and etc. And the Pew Research Center discovered that Americans barely know Christianity.
Barely.
And know practically nothing about world religions. So when y'all are throwing this Bible at me, and when y'all are talking about the Lord, the Son, and why we eat the cracker and drink the cranberry juice down to the second Sunday, third Sunday, which Sunday do they do that on? The Americans don't even know. So it turns out in their study down to the Pew Research Center that people of Jewish faith got 18.7 of the questions right on average. It's 32 questions. The Jews got most of the questions right. Second, atheists answered 17.9% of the questions correctly. 32 questions, and I got 17 right. And agnostics got 17.0 correct on average.
But neither of those people study religions outside of Jews. Jews directly study religion, so agnostics and atheists would definitely. I don't consider myself either. But
they're trying to see if they believe in this or if they. What's the reason?
But if I'm agnostic or I'm an atheist, then of course I wouldn't know as much about religion as someone that goes to church every Sunday of their life.
They got most of the questions right. They were asked questions about Hindu, being a saint.
Oh, I thought you were saying the Jews got more
of the questions right.
Yeah, the Jews
got most of the questions
because they're the ones that go
to
study
school and study. You say
study the subject. If I'm agnostic or atheist, I studied it for a little while. Some of them never, but I don't study that shit no more. I got other space in my brain that I'm learning other shit. I'm not learning religion no more. So of course I'm gonna get religious questions.
So are people who identify as Jews only studying Christianity? What do they study? Are they studying Hinduism as well?
No, then they
are studying about the journey to Mecca.
It's monolithic, so that means that they believe only in one path. Mm-hmm. They don't believe in multiple paths. If you believe in multiple paths, then you're not monolithic. Mono one, lithic God.
Follow.
Jews and Christians are monolithic. They believe that there is only one path to God. Some people that are of other spiritual beliefs believe that there are multiple paths to God, which means that they're not monolithic. They are sometimes trilithic, sometimes quilithic, blah, blah, blah. Or they don't believe that there is no path to God at all. Atheist.
What are your thoughts on Catholics?
They need to lock up the sexual predators.
The Pew Research Center, after surveying 11,000 people, 32 questions, found that they would like to attribute education level to why a lot of Jews got the questions right. There was a 2014 study. Oh Lord, I got to pull up my tabs because y'all like numbers and stats and things. According to a 2014 study on education level and how people identified, Jewish people were most likely to have a baccalaureate degree. And followed by atheists were number 7, and then who was third? Oh, the people identified as agnostic. So those are the people who are more likely to go to college, get degrees, and continue on in education. People who identified as they went to Church of God, or people who were Kojic, Church of God in Christ, and Jehovah's Witness ranked among the lowest in the education level, according to the Religious Landscape Study. So, just
access.
In my immediate community, Pew Research Center has done multiple studies. Y'all don't know your book. Y'all don't know nothing about the other books. And y'all just want to tell me how to live my life about a book of fables that you have not read and don't have all the way together. So please do your social studies.
So do you think you identify as agnostic or atheist?
I definitely I believe there is a God. There is a God.
Then neither.
But is his name Yeshua or is his name Jesus? Is his name Jesus? Yeah.
What do you guys think?
I know, because social studies this week is religion. I'm scared. The response is going to be a mess.
Please don't unsubscribe. We're going to be less problematic next... Well, no, we ain't going to be here next week. We're going on vacation. Sorry about that. But we could be less problematic the week we come back.
Yeah.
So
that week.
Yeah, that week. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. This week in sexual health, I wanted to talk about the danger of blood sports. Blood sports are any time that you are doing blood play, either drinking another person's blood, cutting someone to get their blood, or anal sex involving blood, or injured.
On purpose or by mistake?
Oh, on purpose.
Okay.
No, there's actually a porn thing.
Oh, it is? So I'm just glad Pornhub is like, do not put that in his related. Pornhub is like, that's not in his related. Okay, great.
Yeah, so there are blood sports where people will intentionally be fucking extremely rough with the intention of getting their partner to bleed.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm conservative when it comes to sex. I'm so conservative, sweetie.
So those are called blood sports.
Okay.
And the danger of blood sports, the first and obviously the largest and most glaring is the opportunity for an HIV infection, because blood is the largest carrier of the infection. And when y'all start playing these games in sex that include blood, then you are obviously opening up yourself and or your partner to a transmission of HIV. Obviously, the transmission of HIV puts your health in danger, and that is not to shame anyone that is HIV positive, but we want to talk about mitigating the risks of getting HIV. You
can still get other stuff.
I'm getting there.
Woo.
The risk for hepatitis, all three are extremely high with bloodborne sexual practices. So the first thing you can do if you want to mitigate these risks is don't. The first thing is
don't participate.
Don't play the blood sports. Find something else to sexually do. That's the first thing.
You can do
don't play blood sports.
The toilet slave.
You can be a toilet slave. It's
safer.
It's safer. It's not fully safe.
Yeah, but it's safer. When someone's defecating, I'm sure you're getting all of their bacterial releases and things.
Yeah, it's safer. Let's just leave that there. Number two, there are other viruses and diseases that can be transmitted through the blood that you don't want. Syphilis, HPV, chlamydia, gonorrhea. Again, we talked about all the hepatitis. And those are just the sexually transmitted diseases. There are other diseases that you can get. You don't want to expose yourself to people's cancers. You don't want to expose yourself to people's colds. You don't want to expose yourself to other people's respiratory infections. So again, it's a laundry list of things you don't want yourself exposed to. Lastly, if you have to do blood sports, this is something that you want to do. You're like, oh,
girl, I'm not living.
It's on my bucket list. I got to do it for Christmas for my birthday. My baby daddy want to do it, and girl,
I promised him.
The girls have, it's a vampire fantasy. Some of the girls have like a vampire fetish fantasy of biting someone's neck till they bleed and drinking the blood.
I am so conservative. Look, y'all, help me. I'm gonna have to, when I get a partner, we're gonna be doing all this. I'm like, I never did it. I can't say nothing about it if I don't do it.
Well, you definitely need to be asking the questions. Say, listen, are you into blood sports? Because I don't think I want to do that.
And I'm gonna do it. I'm like, well, I got to do it once to say I did it. I'm that type of girl.
So lastly, if you absolutely have to do blood sports, like Noir Male may have to do one day, get fully tested with your partner and make both of you guys' medical records available to each other. So you're getting tested together, full panel testing for HIV and other STIs, and looking at the history, the medical history of your partner to know if they've ever had syphilis. Because if they've ever had syphilis and their titers are low, they're not necessarily.
What's a titer?
The titer means the amount of the virus that is in your bloodstream. So if the titers are low, that means that they may not necessarily test positive for having syphilis, though they will have a trace amount of syphilis in their bloodstream. These are things that you need to know before you start playing blood sports with people.
Oh my God.
So I'm not saying that to scare anyone.
I feel like the vagina power lady mama. Like the vagina power lady mama be saying like, what?
I have reached my goal. I am now the vagina power lady.
What? They jumped from rabbit here to there. She said, yes, mama, here to there.
You're in predator mode.
I might be later.
So these are the dangers of blood sports. These are the things that you guys need to know in case you decide that this is something that you want to do, or your partner is already into or wants to adventure with in the future. But don't do it. and I know, it's just like talking to kids. And like, don't do it. They're like,
the stove hot.
They just put my hand on it a little bit. So that is sexual health this week. Thank you guys so much.
Listener questions. You guys have not sent us any listener questions. Do y'all hate us? Do we give bad advice?
Ouch.
Send us listener questions to hereforitpod@gmail.com or to any inbox where you find us on social media. What's next for us?
Songs for your souls.
Yeah, I'm pointing to you.
Oh, you want me to do mine? Is yours like a heavy hitter?
Shout out to Steph London. On the NYC playlist, I definitely put Done Walk. Because it's just a vibe. It's more of a mid-tempo, slow something. You can just kind of stand in the club and groove slow from side left to right. You probably hit the blunt. And like, bitch, do the Done Walk, something. I don't even know what she be saying. I could just tell you.
Oh, it's a woman.
Yeah, she's a British rapper.
Okay.
But I don't know where she's from. She might be from Britain, but she's like,
if she's
a lot of people are immigrants, which is why they want Brexit, and that's why they want the immigrants out of the UK and the source of racism. But Steph London slays as a rapper. I'm here for her music. Her latest release, Done Walk, is just, it's the whole vibe. It really could have been
Let me translate that for you, because it sounded like you said it right, but other people didn't hear that.
Cool.
Don Walk.
Done Walk.
D-O-N.
Sure. Yeah,
walk.
Like you a gangster. So, just the vibe. Like, bitch, when you walk into a room, own it. Bitch, can't none of these hoes be you. Your pussy fatter and wetter and all. She talks about walking in with all the designers and her pussy is this.
Walking like a dog.
I just live. The bottom empowerment jumped out. And that's the song for my son.
I mean, what are the tenets of bottom reform? You said you are the Kim Kardashian of bottom reform.
Anywhere there's an injustice. What is it if there's an injustice anywhere? What if you do it to her, you do it to me, and that's the
Y'all paraphrasing Malcolm X.
Iyanla Vanzant. If you do it to her, you do it to me. That's Iyanla Vanzant, not Malcolm X.
Oh, well, she was paraphrasing Malcolm X.
But an injustice. What was an injustice?
Anywhere is an injustice everywhere.
Yeah, and that's the vision and the vision and the motto. What is it?
Okay.
Bam.
Okay. Work out. The song for my soul this week, like I was telling my co-host earlier, I had a toss up because we was watching the VH1 awards. No, the MTV.
The VH1. Oops, wrong channel.
It's the same company. The MTV Video Awards, and I was underwhelmed. But there was one song, and I was gonna make that the song for my soul, but it was gonna be more conservative, and I decided to be a hood rat because y'all not gonna see us next week, so I might as well give you a little bit of hood rat.
Come on out.
That was a good one. Hennessy on my lips, take a little sip. Privacy on the door, I'm gonna make the shit grip. Rich nigga 8-figure, that's my type. That's my type, nigga, that's my type. 8-inch big. Oh! That's my type. Good pipe, bitch. I'ma ride the dick all night. Rich nigga, 8-figure. That's my type. That's my type. Oh, girl, that's my type for life. 4 more times. Right. New wrist, new whip. Ride around dipped. I can see why all these basic hoes is pissed. Bust down wrist, not a bust down bitch. Said I want your man. No, the fuck I don't, sis. If he a rich nigga, why he still hitting licks? Nigga spending bread, but he still can't get a hit? Bitch, please, Lamborghini keys, pussy dripping ice. He get flown out to me. Bitch, please, I want a man with the BS. That's my type. By Sweetie. Sweetie!
Huh?
This was posted, came out about a month ago. It has the P.D. Pablo beat in the back. What's the name of that P.D. Pablo song?
How you like
it, daddy? Freak-a-Leak. There we go. So I grew up on Freak-a-Leak, and then now it's being sampled, and now I feel old. I'm so old. But this is a good sample because it hit. And so I know it's the song for everybody that's 17 right now, and it's the song for my soul. So I feel 17 as well.
They 17 trying to get their senior trip paid for. That's my type. Somebody with some money.
And 8-inch
I ain't getting no summer job.
8 inches of dick.
I'm 17. What do you need to know? You don't need to know nothing about that.
That's my type.
The dude in the White House, y'all, moving on to my here for it, has rescinded Barack Obama's executive order saying that federal contractors cannot fire employees based on their gender identity or their sexual orientation. So the current man that's in there, is that a man? Who knows? Has rescinded that. Then they turned around, his administration turned around and told the Justice Department that in order to protect the religious freedoms, that 2 cases that are coming up to the Supreme Court. There's a man who lives in Clayton County, Georgia, which is part of where Atlanta is, of course, because y'all in Atlanta, y'all know already. Go back to my notes. So some man was fired, and then some woman was fired somewhere else. The Trump Justice Administration is saying, y'all don't need to hear these cases because clearly Title VII of the Civil Rights Act of 1964 protected everybody against everything that needs to be protected against. So there's no need to update that in 2019. So I'm just like, what is going on? It just seems like, girl, even the day he leave the house, he gonna have to rescind something Obama did. Why? Just because y'all didn't vote for him to get reelected, and just because religious freedoms, and just because people that don't look like him, he don't care about those people. Even after he pledged, LOL, to protect the rights of all Americans, including the LGBT community, but his track record don't show that. Please, you guys, we've got to pay attention to this case. The Supreme Court, and just protect us based on gender identity and sexual orientation. Whatever's going on, I'm not here for it.
Whatever's going on.
Whatever's going on, I'm not here. Oh, here we go. Oh, well, Obama said this, so then that means I got to undo it, and then I got to throw religious freedoms on top of it. Then I got to submit a 35-page brief. Who wrote this? Trump can't even speak 35 pages of words. I'm not here for it.
This week I am absolutely here for.
I hope Judy Brown get her money down to the Illinois.
Oh, Judy Brown's money. She just got to wait a little while. That check is coming.
Clear that bag.
That check is coming. Circle K is gonna have to close at least 2 stores to pay Judy Brown. This week I'm absolutely here for Serena Williams.
Come on.
Serena Williams has now built schools in Uganda, Zimbabwe, Kenya, and Jamaica.
She took that co-founder of Twitter money and put it to work. This our money now. This our money. And I just had a baby with you.
Her nonprofit, the Serena Williams Fund, has partnered with Helping Hands Jamaica to build the Salt Marsh Primary School. The mission of her charity is to help individuals or communities affected by senseless violence and equal access to education, which they typically do not get in these third world places. She has the secondary schools in Uganda and Kenya and Zimbabwe, and now she's added the Jamaica school to the list. So the Queen is not just out here placing her name in history books as the greatest tennis player of all time. She's already that. But she's also giving us a roadmap of how to be a great philanthropist. Because is she from Jamaica? No. Is she from Zimbabwe? No.
Compton.
Is she from Uganda? No. Is she from Kenya? No. But she knows that in these places, there are girls that look just like her, that need to grow up with an education and need access that if it wasn't for her, they wouldn't get. They would not get it. There are a lot of them in these torn down communities will not have the access to the education that will get them out of the struggle that they might already be in. And Serena Williams had the vision to create this foundation to go to all of these black ass countries and build these schools. And I am absolutely, unequivocally here for it. Go off, Serena Williams. You're a bad bitch forever. It has come to our favorite part of this ghetto ass podcast. If you have alcohol available, please pour you a little something something. It is our last call.
AMAAD.org. This organization is located in the Watts Civic Center.
Was that Detroit?
Compton. The Arming Minorities Against Addiction and Disease Institute is a peer-led grassroots community support center that offers resources and referrals to lesbian, gay, LGBTI. What T.S. Mason said, the LGBT LMNOP community.
Dave Chappelle called us the alphabet people.
Look, you really enjoyed this, Dave Chappelle.
I did, but again, like I said, you got to take your social justice warrior glasses off. It was
really
funny.
Enjoyed this, Dave Chappelle.
Because alphabet people should be kind of offensive, but I was like, that was funny. I don't know how nobody else has called us alphabet people yet.
So, the Arming Minorities Against Addiction and Disease Institute, their address is 10221 Compton Avenue in Los Angeles. They said they like to call it Southern LA. They don't call it Compton.
Oh,
because, yeah. So, stop by and tell them I said hello. AMAAD.org, and they are my last call this week. They have like behavioral health stuff. They have rapid housing. Of course, they do testing because that's where the money is, and they do everything. So shout out to them making it happen for their community, and it's run by black gay men.
Outstanding. Yeah, we need those everywhere. Unfortunately, we don't got them.
We don't got them. Detroit.
Detroit Public Education.
Memphis City Schools. So, girl,
get that right.
Chill. So,
Watts is the name of a strip club in Detroit. That's why I was like, Watts? Is that Detroit?
The Watts Civic Center. Watts County. LA is in Watts County.
So, not only was it a strip club in Detroit, it was the only black gay. I'm not gay.
Ooh.
They will fight me.
The alphabet people.
The only black male strip club in Detroit. And so if you want to go see some black... Oh, yes. If you want to go see some Anaconda...
in Detroit?
Oh, yeah.
In Michigan, rather.
Oh, yeah. If you want to go see some black Anaconda, you had to go down to Watts.
Oh.
It used to be called Mozambique, also back in the day.
Okay.
History lesson. My last call is to friend of the show, Jason Zhu. Jason Zhu is a... award-winning
Gave in. He got the awards.
Yeah, well, and I think
he hosted or something. He
got a whole bunch of shit.
Look, he does the things.
Yeah. We worked together on multiple campaigns as well. Jason Zhu is a very spiritual porn star. There we go. I'm just going to leave
Take
that
down
there.
Tina.
Take down. He did the Take Down Tina initiative. Helped with the Impulse DC initiatives. But he left DC and went over to California to do more porn stuff. And when he did that, he signed up to Noir Male.
And we was like, Jason, don't.
Yes.
And Jason was like, but be patient.
Yes. And then he got the plane ticket, got the check, did a few films, fucking around with these white boys. But this past week, he has completely severed ties with Noir Male and started the hashtag boycott Noir Male, which...
He love a hashtag, come on.
Which I have been saying since the inception of Noir Male, because Noir Male has been so problematic in its porn production. And you know we take porn production very seriously here at Here for the Podcast. and
that's on period.
It was so glaring, the racism that they injected in porn. I'm like, we don't need that. I just need to watch something to bust a nut. Why does it have to be this old, worn out ass white queen getting fucked by a beautiful black man, confirming the stereotypes? Interracial is popular, and that's fine. But when you have 28 Noir Male videos and 27 of them hoes is all a black top fucking a white bottom, that is where I find the problem.
And then Max Connor said, well, if y'all subscribe to the website, y'all see that there is more black on black scenes. Well, sweetie, if you want us to subscribe, Max Connor, to the website, then y'all need to show us things. Like, look, Beyonce can do it. Beyonce can just drop an album, we'll all go listen and identify ourselves. The rest of you girls, y'all gonna have to give us a single. Well, give me something to look at. Let me see how I feel about it. And y'all just kept on giving us black tops, white bottoms, and somehow the black person is the cable guy. Oh, the black person is the helper, or the black person is the
pool boy.
So, sweetie, The Help came out and won the award already 5 years ago. Even Viola Davis said, "Girl, I shouldn't have did The Help." So, what is going on? What y'all gonna have to give us something else? This ain't the tease. Literally ain't the tease.
The director of Noir Male's videos, Chi LaRue, has also been on Twitter trying to combat the hashtag boycott Noir Male and saying that he's not problematic. Well, shit. I don't know whether to call him a he or a she, because
I don't know how they identify.
Yeah, Chi LaRue identifies as something that I don't know right now.
Yes,
let's just leave that there. But they direct these films. Damn, that still sounds so fucked up. But anyway, they direct these films.
Yeah,
and they know what they're doing.
Producer.
They know what they're doing, and then trying to defend what they're doing as I'm just giving the people what they want to see. Which people? Because I don't want to see that.
Identify your target audience. Tell us.
Yeah. And I know who their target audience is the problem. But stop trying to pretend like I don't see you through your glass house. Like, I see exactly who you're promoting and who you're pushing this narrative to. You're pushing this narrative to white men that are infatuated with black dick, infatuated with being close to a black man until it's time to be in a relationship with them, and then they'll retreat back to their white husbands.
Have to identify with black and persons of color issues.
So
black first.
So they're pushing this porn to people that only want black dick for 20 minutes, but then they still want to go home to their white husbands, which is why Noir Male has always been problematic, and which is why I dragged them initially. I'm happy to see another porn star that previously worked with them.
The call is from coming inside the house.
It's coming from inside the house.
The call is coming from inside the house.
And Noir Male, the police is on the way.
Jason said he has one more scene to do per his contract.
He's not doing it.
Oh, I saw him say like he was doing that last scene in September, then he was going to be done.
No, he's going to be here in September.
I was like, but there's no way as Chi-Chi I could let you drag my brand and then like, oh yeah, come film another video. No, don't worry about that last video in September. That's what I was hoping.
You're thinking rationally.
That's what I was hoping.
You're thinking rationally as a black person. Chi-Chi LaRue is not a rational black person. Chi-Chi LaRue would absolutely love Jason Zhu to come back and do a film
you talk to all that shit, but now you still got to come back
to me
here and
I'm gonna make some more money off your black ass back, and that's why Jason Zhu said no, he's not doing it.
Oh, okay. Update.
Jason Zhu is not doing it. So I'm absolutely here for a porn star having a voice and picking a side
and putting his dick down.
And it's a big ass
dick.
Saying
it with his dick. Mm-hmm. Come on out.
It's a big ass dick. He got a big ass booty too. Hey, Jason Zhu.
His booty was not... Okay, well, y'all
no,
can have it.
I have been
booty is
up close.
I will look at it. Cool. Booty just...
I've been up close and personal. I know it's a blessing.
I'm praying for y'all both because he needs to be delivered from this Noir Male and you got the homosexuality spirit.
I'm delivered. Listen.
The ghetto.
So I'm absolutely here for it. Boycott Noir Male. Thank you, Jason Zhu. Thank you.
Lead the charge, girl. Lead the charge.
Anybody that is willing to unsubscribe from that bullshit is
and
not
unsubscribe from Max Connor too.
Yeah, she got to get the fuck out of here as well. I know some of it might be entertaining. Just watch the 15-second clip on Twitter and move along. You can unfollow her and you'll still see it. It's okay. You don't have to.
Who is this Raheem person?
He doing too fucking much. So
what is his name? Raheem?
Raheem.
Shayad Raheem? I don't know. Ooh, I'm about to miss. I apply too much.
Yeah, he doing too much. So you have to find like a safe space of putting out porn. So I want to see the next one. Mm-hmm. If you got a porno every 3 days, I'm like, girl, how much fucking are you doing?
But when your job is to bust, then I'm doing my job.
I don't want to see him all the time like that. Like, give me some time to miss your porn. But if you got a new porno out every 3 days, I don't want to see it. I'm like, okay, I already know these moves. What you gonna do next?
What his OnlyFans subscribers supposed to do?
Put it on OnlyFans. If you got like subscribers that need to bust to a different video of you every 3 days, great for them.
What kind of relationship we in? You know.
Well, he sort of is in a relationship with that light-skinned girl that was married to the crowned one, Steven. Remember the crowned one with the Eat It?
Oh, yeah, he has the song.
Yes.
So he's in a relationship with?
No. His ex.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
The boy's name is Alexander. We getting into too much. Thank you guys so much.
Yes. How y'all doing? Thank y'all for coming. Again, thank you guys so much for coming to our pop-up in New York this weekend. Shout out to all black queer podcasters. Shout out to Him Podcast, Spilled Milk Podcast, Highly Melanated Podcast, Brown Boys NYC. I'm gonna miss somebody.
Clay Kane.
Thank you so much to CNN contributor and Sirius XM radio host Clay Kane for making an appearance.
Thank you to the bartenders that brought the bottles.
Yeah, because Courtney was like, "Oh, there's somebody from so," and we were all just like, "Huh."
Oh yeah, he watched too much TV.
Courtney had a whole moment, so shout out to Courtney. Yeah, thank you again so much to everybody. I had an amazing birthday trip. Thank you, Superman. That was an amazing thing. I wanted to do that, and we did that. And my name is Ronald Matters. Follow me on the internet at Ronald Matters.
I am still the Superman, TheeSupaman, and I'm going to continue to be the HR manager of Verse Operations. And you can find me at LA Fitness working off these Popeyes chicken sandwiches.
Is that I am the real girl gonna be in the bathroom playing with her dildo?
Let's hope not.
I heard the Lifetime Fitness people filed a complaint. The people filed a complaint with the Lifetime Fitness, and I was trying to get him out of here.
We will not see you guys next week. We will be on vacation, but we will be back right after that week. Thank you guys again. See you guys soon. Bye.
Take your Truvada.